Welcome to the Laker in 4 show with your host, Light Out Sports. And if you're watching this right now, make sure to leave a like, comment. Let me know who are your top 10 players. Let me know who's going to be the best player in the world by the end of the season of the following season. Let me know everything in the comments below. I'm turning on my lights right now. This is a one-take video. But I wanted to come out here and say the best players from the 2022-2023 season. So these are who I think are going to be the best one. But before I go and continue, I just want to say thank you for the support on my last video. If you still haven't seen my last video, go ahead and go like it. It'll greatly help the channel out. It'll help me out. But yeah, these are going to be the top 10 players of the 2022-2023 NBA season. Honorable mention to Damian Lillard. Breaking news yesterday. Damian Lillard signed a 2-year max deal. He's getting like $50 million a year now. His contract extends to 2026 to 2027. So his future, he's locked in with Portland. So there's like no way this man is really leaving Portland anymore. This man is locked in, but he deserves all the money. He did a run for the grind and he's getting paid. But the reason I have him in an honorable mention is I don't believe in guards being elite. I think and the reason I say that is because Damian Lillard has not been a winner. Damian Lillard has been great in the regular season. Yes, he had great playoff success, but when it really matters, what can you say about Dame that could put him above other guys that I'm going to put on this list? And I mean, his talent alone, you can make an argument. But as of right now, because he is coming off injury, he is, hasn't really accomplished anything with Portland. There's so many question marks when it comes to Damian. So for that reason, I got to put him on my honorable mentions. But I don't get mad if you put Dame in your top 10. But at number 10, we got the man Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is arguably the best two-way player in the NBA. He is equally good offensively, and he is equally good defensively. When you look at Anthony Davis can do everything in the basketball court. And now you are wondering, how is AD a top 10 player if this man gets injured all the time? Let me explain why. When Anthony Davis came back from injury the second time last season, I know I have to say the second time, but the second time last season, Anthony Davis was averaging 28, 10, and 2, only playing 32 minutes a game. Anthony Davis can do everything in the basketball court. And let's not forget that Anthony Davis was rated the second best player in the NBA in 2021. So this is not new. I would have put him higher, but because I have to put injuries in account, I have to put him in 10 and maybe argue Damian Lillard taking his spot. But besides that, if Anthony Davis stay healthy, I don't see why Anthony Davis is not a top 5 player in the NBA. He's an NBA champion. He's great defensively. What he's done with LeBron has been amazing. Arguably LeBron's best teammate. What AD has done throughout his career has been amazing. Now, if he could get his body right and he could stay healthy and play along with LeBron and win another championship, there's no doubt in my mind AD's a top 5 player. But at number 9, Jason Tatum. JT, what he done in these playoffs really opened my mind. I wasn't a JT fan or a believer of Jason Tatum. I thought he was a low tier superstar. But what he has done last season, or like this season, whatever you want to call it, in the playoffs, going to the NBA Finals. Yes, he did stink it up in the NBA Finals, but if you look at everything else he did in the playoffs, has been amazing. Just look at the card. Jason Tatum beat KD in the first round. The second round, he goes and beats Giannis, and then he goes ahead and beats the number 1 seed Miami Heat to go play the Golden State Warriors. Yes, it did stink it up in the NBA Finals. I would have put him higher if he just at least played great. He didn't even have to win the final. At least if he played great, I would have put him higher. But I got to put respect on JT and actually, put him at number 9 above AD. I think AD's better, but just off injury alone, I gotta put JT. So, yeah, I like what Tatum's doing. I think he's gonna get better next season. I think what happened in the NBA Finals is something that he needed for his career. to happen so he could wake up and become and hit that next level. So I'm really excited for what JT's going to become. But at number 8, Kevin Durant. Now, before you go crazy in the comment section, before you go crazy on the comment section, let me explain why KD is number 8. And it's all thanks to Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum exposed Kevin Durant last season in the first round. KD needs to be in a system like the Golden State Warriors, like the OKC Thunder, where his game could be free flowing. If not, KD can't really do anything. And the lack of leadership that Kevin Durant has is really mind-boggling for me because if you can't lead a team past the Boston Celtics that were completely beatable, by the way. This wasn't just that the Celtics were just the way better team. I thought this was going to go to 7-game series. The majority of people thought this was going to be a 7-game series best team win. This is not because KD lost to the Celtics. This is the way he lost. If he lost in 7 games, I would not be saying this right now. But because he lost in 4 and struggle, that was horrendous. What's going on with Kevin Durant? I mean, I like KD, don't get me wrong. One of the greatest scorers of all time. Defensively gotten better, but his explosiveness got slower. The way he moves got slower. I mean, he's just getting more slow each year. And it's a bad look for Kevin Durant. But besides that, KD, yeah, he's still an elite player. He's the top 10 player in the NBA. So you can't take that away from him. At number 7, Joel Embiid. Speaking about two-way players, Joel Embiid is that guy. Joel could he could be a defensive beast, your anchor on your defense, and still drop 30 on the other side. The only thing that Embiid struggles with is injury, just like Anthony Davis. I thank God that his injury has not been severe like AD, but he's still going through that same process. Every time the playoffs start, there's something wrong with Embiid. This year was more of unlucky sequences that happened with Joel Embiid that cost him his injury, like what happened in Toronto, that he broke his orbital bone, and then he had the thing with a hamstring, or I think it was hamstring or shoulder. One of those two, it was unlucky sequences that happened to Joel Embiid. But besides that, I gotta play respect. I wanted Joel to be MVP this season, but he has been nothing but great, and he has been getting better. I just hope he at least gets to the NBA Finals, and it'll prove so much what Joel Embiid really is. At number 6, we got the man Kawhi Leonard. People forgot about the efficient god Kawhi. In the NBA playoffs, not this season, the following season behind that, Kawhi Leonard was going in a historic run in the playoffs. The man was scoring, 38 and 7, shooting 56% from the field, going absolutely crazy. Then he went down. There is strong concerns with his injury because it was an ACL tear or MLC or whatever it was. It's some random letters combined. It's a bad injury. But how technology is, and if you look at KD's injury as well and the way he came back and still played at an elite level, I am not concerned for Kawhi Leonard. I think Kawhi Leonard is going to come back and prove why he is a top 5 player, but because he is coming back from injury, I got to put him at number 6. But at number 5, we are entering top 5 right now. The MVP, Jokic. At number 5, we got Jokic. Yes. How in the world is Jokic 5 if he's the MVP? Well, what has he done in the playoffs? Besides in the bubble, right? He has had a great run in the bubble. Besides that, what has he done? Yes, his team hasn't been there, but with all that, I mean, Jokic has not really proven nothing in the playoffs, so I can't put him in the top 3, top 1 when you haven't had a lot of success in your playoffs. So when Jokic starts getting more success, I would consider him the best player in the world. But as of right now, just because a lack of playoff success, I'm putting Jokic at number 5 because then you gotta put him I gotta put him over this guy. At number 4, Steph Curry, the NBA champion, the Finals MVP, Steph Curry. If Steph Curry's not in your top five, you are crazy. Steph has proven this year alone that he did not need KD to win championships. He proved this year alone that he could come and play in the NBA Finals. And then the narrative that he had about Steph Curry not showing up in the NBA Finals has been ridiculous. Ridiculous. And Steph Curry last year proved why he could show up and win and beat the Boston Celtics that were the favorites, by the way. Steph did everything. And with all that, Draymond was playing horrible that season too. I mean, that series too. So I think Steph Curry's a bona fide top four. He does not go any lower. You could argue Steph going up from here. Besides that, these other three players, I have valid arguments why I think they're better. But if you say in the comment section right now that Steph is better than these three, I would not get mad at all. But at number 3, Luka Doncic. Luka is the future of the NBA. The way the NBA is being played out right now, Luka Doncic is better than Steph Curry. You cannot argue that at all. You can't. I mean, you look at Luka Doncic, he's a better scorer. He's a better rebounder, a better passer, controls the game a lot better. When you're looking about when you need a last-minute shot, you want Luka Donta shooting that shot, not Steph Curry. So when you're looking at all of this, Luka Doncic is better than Steph, and I don't think it's a crazy take. And next year, if Luka wins MVP and does the same thing in the playoffs, why would that be a hot take? I don't think so. At number 2, the king, LeBron James. People have forgot that LeBron James has been, I don't know, been the best player for a whole decade since 2011 to 2021, around there, probably 2010 to 2020. LeBron has been arguably, undoubtedly, the best player in the NBA. And then people this very year, we're taking him out of the top 5. Yes, his defense got it got a lot worse. He's still great. He's just not that defensive player he once was. His age, he can't be doing the same two things from being great offensively and great defensively. I mean, age is gonna strength. But besides that, we gotta put respect on LeBron James. LeBron James has been carrying the NBA for years. How are we gonna forget about this man? LeBron James is arguably the best player right now. But when you look about when you talk about the key thing, defense, and number 1, Giannis. Giannis is equally great from offense to defense. He's an NBA championship and brought a ring to the Milwaukee Bucks in a league where they encourage players like Giannis to team up with other superstars to win, and Giannis did it without joining a superstar. If you consider Chris Middleton a superstar, then go ahead. But besides that, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in the NBA. He has improved his playmaking defensively. I don't even want to talk about it because we know where he's at defensively. When it comes to scoring the basketball, try to stop that man. No one has been dominant enough like him since Shaquille O'Neal. This man has been dominating this whole league. So the best player in the NBA is Giannis. There's nothing else to say. But that was my top 10 players for the 2022-23 season. Y'all let me know in the comments below what will you change. Let me know right now what other videos you want me to do. And with all that, leave a like, do whatever you have to do. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.